All right, good morning, everybody. Cold, cold morning here in Atlanta. I know, I know many of y'all are from much colder areas than this, but it is currently 25 degrees. And that's really cold for us. So yes, we got chonk here this morning. So I'm really glad that I work from home now for two reasons. First, because I am not freezing, and second, because my roommate drives a 30-year-old truck. He loves his truck, but it's 30 years old and it doesn't like to drive when it's cold. Which, I mean, it's December, so it's not like we're not cold for a good chunk of the year. We'll have this in January and February and maybe March, and that's a third to a quarter of a year. Oh, excuse me, my tooth is bleeding. Yeah. So he's using my car today because his couldn't get out of the driveway. And yesterday his stalled like 4 times going to work, which thankfully he works a mile from us. But yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our first stream going. Hey, Yana, thanks for joining. Let's see if I can get this shared. I'm a little kerfluffled this morning. I am officially done with that second book in that series. So I'm going to use this first sprint to make StreamYard a little bit prettier. And then I think I'm going to be doing some editing this morning. But for right now, we're just going to go with that easy first 10. So good luck, everybody. Oh, I'm running early. We're just going to go ahead and run this one early. Something wrong with my tooth. We're going to run this early, and then we're going to get back on schedule when we come back. So it is 3 past, and we are going to write until 13 past. Good luck, everybody. Okay, I am back and I am okay. I am fiddling with backgrounds on StreamYard, and that one looks really weird. So I'm going to be having a different background after the next break. But let me know how you guys did. Let me know what you're working on. I think I'm going to stick to that 20 minutes productivity and 5-minute break schedule today. That felt pretty good last week doing that. We'll see how it goes. But so I'll probably get the next one going at 8:20, and we'll do a 20 then. But yeah, in the meantime, let me know what you guys are doing and how you did. And I'm gonna keep poking around for a background that I like that is not that, I don't know, that one just looked real weird to me. And I'm gonna fuss with my computer for just a minute. I've been having that if you use Microsoft Word, you know this one well. I've been having that unrecovered document warning for like a week, but that week was NaNoWriMo, and I don't have time for that. Also, I've got like 8 million programs open right now, so I'm just going to do a little computer maintenance during this break. Hopefully it'll fix why my computer's being a little sluggish about things. Somehow I've got like 6 windows open in Word. I don't know what's going on here. One of them is just like a window that's refusing to close. There we go. It was just a blank window. Oh, good grief. It's also asking me if I want to save something that I don't even know what it is. Oh my God. Hey, Kat, thanks for joining. Yeah, so we're gonna keep this ball rolling today. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so distracted this morning. Well, I know exactly why I'm so distracted this morning. It's because I am working on, I finished my project on December 1st. So I was only a day behind on that. And then I spent all day yesterday working on videos, just some tutorials on how to use the GIMP, the photo editing software. It's like Photoshop, but it's free. It's open source. So I did a couple of videos on how to use GIMP with how to do making box cover art specifically. Hey, Kate, thanks for joining. So I guess with spending all day doing visual stuff like that, I'm now in the mood to like reboot everything. I just got to get the graphics that I want for it. And that little, let me see how it looks if I'm in the other mode. No, it's a pretty sunrise picture. And I was like, oh, it's rising right. Let's do a sunrise. And I think I need, an actual, it shouldn't be a photograph. It should be something that's shopped. So let's see. Kate is on the last leg of some proposals I just like blurred 2 sentences together and missed half of it. Last leg of some work writing government proposals. 87 words of a very, very dry paragraph on the last spread. I feel you. That's rough. And Kat is playing with Art Breeder. I don't know what Art Breeder is, but I'm curious. And Kate, my videos, they're in mine, not in Rise and Write, or not in Word Stitch. I'm on the Word Stitch channel now. They're actually on my personal channel for right now, but I'm going to be doing these were kind of higher end things, but I will be doing some lower end ones for book cover design. This was very much like, here's how you hack a Photoshop template to use in GIMP. But I will be doing some, like, here are some really good basics for it. So I'll keep y'all posted when I do that. I was going to post these videos in both my channel and on the Word Stitch channel. I just don't know the right way of going about that right now. As much as we've been doing, we've had this channel for like a year and a half, 2 years now. We've had this channel for a long time now. I haven't really gotten into like the nuts and bolts of it. We mostly just use it for these sprints. So I figured since that was the first time putting up like a really in-depth video, I would throw it on my channel for now, which is dead. I've got 1 subscriber. It's, it was just the place to put them for now. But yeah, I'm gonna get them on this channel. I just gotta figure out how. But yeah, I like using GIMP. It has a couple of limitations that you can't do some things with it that you can in Photoshop, but it goes both ways with that. There are definitely some things you can do in GIMP that you cannot do in Photoshop. And obviously a big one with that is you can get GIMP for free. Photoshop is quite expensive. So for like what shortcomings there are with GIMP, it's worth it for that free. And it's really a lot of the like, brushes and obviously the templates, since that's what I was talking about this video being, a lot of the things for like the extra things for Photoshop, you can use on GIMP. GIMP can read it just fine. I feel like there's something that you lose with templates. Photoshop has this thing where if you like manipulate an object, you can actually, this is weird. So if you've got like, so this is the thing that I did a tutorial for is a 3D book cover. So in order to do it, obviously you've got to do like the perspective where like you kind of have trapezoids to represent squares, to make it look like they're at an angle. If I was doing this in Photoshop, I can actually like paste that in like a flat image, and it'll automatically do that manipulation for me to get it 3D to fit the template. GIMP doesn't do that, so you have to do it yourself, but like that is the super easiest thing ever to do. So that, again, that was what the tutorial was for. Like, hey, you can actually use these things. Anyways, let's go ahead and get our next sprint going. I'm going to hopefully give us a prettier background in that time. But y'all get some productivity done. And I swear I'm going to start editing really soon. Like probably once I get this background worked out, I'm going to be editing today. So we're going to go for the next 20 minutes. It is 21 past. So we're going to write until 41 past. Good luck, everybody. Okay, that is time for that sprint. As you may have noticed, I do still have that same background on there. I went on a little adventure, and sometimes when you go on those little adventures trying to find images for things, you end up never finding anything, and everything is wrong. So now I am fiddling around in GIMP, trying to make something that makes me happy and making many silly mistakes along the way. But that's just kind of how this works. Yeah. So let me know how you guys did in comments. Hey, Nikki, thanks for joining us this morning. I am going to be sticking to that 5-minute break, 20-minute sprint schedule. So far, it's not been working for me because I've gotten nothing done, but I guess it's kind of been working for me. It depends on perspective on that. I have had all of this time to screw around trying to figure out what I'm doing. Kate got 288. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Yeah, I don't know. Just doing what I'm doing today. It's funny because I am back in GIMP, and the funny thing with all of these programs is a lot of it is just like clicking buttons and seeing what they do and seeing if they give you something that is at all what you want or not at all. That's what I'm doing because I'm just trying to manipulate an image now, and I'm just not happy with anything that I have seen yet, but that's okay. We just play around with these buttons and see what we get. Most of them are doing absolutely nothing though. And it's not surprising because I'm working on just fussing with a gradient to see what I can do, but still. Oh, also I've been in the wrong section, I think. Yeah. Oh, I don't like that one now. I was in blurs and I should have been in distorts. Gradients are already blurred. Why would I need to blur it more? Yeah, that did something fun. Yeah, I should probably, if I was smart, I'd be doing this on the screen so you guys know what I'm looking at instead of just watching me babble to myself about what I'm doing. But that's just the world that we are in. That was fun too. Bye. So I found a thing that creates a ripple in it, but it also ripples the, where it hits the edge, where it hits the outside border. There's a correct word for that. Anyways, the image itself doesn't keep moving past that. So this thing put a fun ripple in it, but it also caused dead zones, which is a weird thing that always happens in these programs, but I don't know. I don't know why that happens. Nikki, I'm terrible at writing battle scenes. I guess it depends on what genre you are writing. I get away with a lot because I write romance. So with that in mind, people are not looking for really awesome fight scenes. But it's not, unfortunately, it is not my jam. I just kind of do it. You definitely, the one thing that is definitely true is you want to focus more on the emotion than the actual blocking of the scene. I say that because constantly the advice for writing sex scenes is to write it like a battle scene where you're focusing more on emotion. That has never really worked for me in the sense of wow, I'm really good at writing romance, so I should be able to write battles. Not at all. But I have written quite a few really bizarre battle scenes. And I accept that they're really bizarre. I accept that sometimes you're just throwing a bear at a dragon and seeing what happens. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get to our next sprint because I am definitely doing that babbling thing because I'm not paying attention like I should be. So we're going to go ahead and sprint for the next 20 minutes, and hopefully I've got this flipping image figured out and I can move on with actual work stuff instead of, oh my God, my StreamYard isn't pretty. So it is 47 past. So that is going to take us to 7 past. I will see you guys then. All right, we are back. I do have a different background image now. Let's see how it looks in different modes. That's just me. Hey. I guess those are the modes that I can see it in. Yeah, I made a background. I like it. It's weird. The fun thing about playing around in graphics design software is sometimes you just kind of use the same filters over and over again, and eventually it becomes something like this. I used cartoon, which I'm going to forget all of the terms because it's 9:00 in the morning and I don't normally speak about graphics design to other people. So like the terms never float around in my head, but it simplifies colors some. The cartoon tool or the cartoon filter, it simplifies colors some, and it adds black borders. Again, to give a cartoon look, obviously because it's graphics editing, it does it, in like a modified way. So it doesn't look like an actual hand-drawn cartoon, but it gives you that effect. So I did that, and then I did water pixels, which water pixels, the best way I can describe it is it kind of gives it the look like it's water. My thought is washing along the beach, but it's not even that. It's, when you look at water and like because of the ripples of the waves, like in a pool, the ripples on the top causes like the floor of it to kind of have that little swirly look on the bottom. It does that. So it takes the color and it just kind of adds little blocks of light and kind of puts ripples on the top of it. So it works really nice on an ombre. It's just a really gentle effect. So like when you put that and the cartoonify together, then it starts to put these little black ripples in it. And then you keep doing it over and over again. And the water pixels is what creates those little blocks that are in it. While the cartoonify gives it the darker lines on it. Anyways, I love doing this crap, but I had to do it. I literally probably went through like 7 iterations of that, just going between water pixels and cartoon, just to get it to look like that. And that's something that you sometimes have to do when you're trying to get like fun effects to happen. You just keep reapplying those effects. That's why with most of this software, that option is, when you do it, like the first option that'll pop up on the screen is, do you want to do it again? Do you want to do it again? Maybe you want to try it a different way, but maybe you just want to reapply that again. So yeah, that was what I did with that break. Holy crap. Oh, no, you know what? I was going to say, holy crap, I ran out of time already, but now I got a late start on that last sprint, so it's fine. Elizabeth, hey, thanks for joining us. We've got a couple more sprints left. And Kate got 187 there. Yes, I have to say that number that way because I'm gangsta. I'm a white lady who listens to a lot of rap. So she got 187 that time and finished a big chunk of this write-up. That's fantastic. 2 paragraphs left. Woo! I did actually get my document opened and I read about 3 paragraphs. I didn't touch a single word in it. This is kind of proofreading time, but I did physically look at it and debate about changing something that I ultimately did not change. But that's like editing. It's just not actually the thought was there, but it didn't actually happen. Also, I had a really weird conversation with my roommate. My roommate is not into Christmas. I have mentioned this on other streams before, but I literally had to make up a holiday, like create a new holiday. It wasn't like I told him that this thing was a holiday and it really isn't. It's called Thunderdome. It is clearly a made up holiday, but I had to make up a holiday to convince him to let me have holiday parties when we bought our house. We're homeowners. We should have holiday parties. We've got a gigantic house that only 2 of us live in. we need to have parties, like fancy parties. We also can seat 30 because we've got these two gigantic dining room tables. Anyway, so that is how against Christmas he is. That we had to like make up a holiday and like create a lore behind it, and create traditions and all of that in order to have this party. And then he just texted me asking me if we still had our little Christmas tree. We have a big Christmas tree. We've got I guess it's probably 7 foot, I don't know, it goes up to the ceiling almost. So 7, 8 foot tall Christmas tree. Really nice fake one. And then I've got a little, it's like a 4 foot white one. It's because I always wanted a really wonky tree, but also I like fashion trees. They're both kind of fashion trees. It's very different fashion. So I've got like the very proper and austere tree to go in our big dining room. And then we have this little ridiculous white one that's got like blue and pink and orange ornaments. Anyways, he texted me to ask me if we still had that little tree, which I don't, first of all, I don't know why would you think that we got rid of a tree? And now I'm like, do we? I cannot fathom a moment last January when I said, I just throw away that stupid tree. I hate that tree. I love that tree. But also he never explained to me why he was asking about that tree. He asked me if we still had that tree. And I said, you mean that little one, the little white one? Yeah, I can't imagine we don't. And then he said, I had to borrow your car this morning, which also he has blanket permission for that. Technically, it's his car. It was his grandmother's car, and I got it when she passed away, because I needed a car, and he didn't at the time. But so he took my car, but I knew because it was 25 degrees this morning, his truck wouldn't start. He's got an old truck. I mentioned this at the beginning of the show. So that was the entire conversation, and it was real weird. And that's going to take us to our next sprint. Hey, Spence, perfect time. We've got 2 more sprints. We're doing 220s. And I changed my background. I've got a pretty or weird, depending on how you want to look at it. I don't care background. I did that for the first 3 sprints. So now I am editing too. So we're going to go for the next 20 minutes. It is 1:15. So I will see you guys at 9:35. All right. That is the end of that sprint. Let me know how you guys did. I did get a scene edited. Nothing major. I believe I changed 2 word choices, 3. One very dumb, and going back to Nikki's previous question about how to write battle scenes, I straight up like used the wrong word to describe clearing the chamber of God. I was like, oh, let me change that to something that actually is the right word. I did that, and I changed over that pile of paper behind me. I changed over my calendar because it's the 3rd of December. So it was time to change to the December calendar. Kate got 287. That's fantastic. And Elizabeth got 369. I also made myself a pot of tea. Now that we are officially in the cold season, I'm congested and I'm dehydrated from the space heater. So I made a pot of tea early in hopes that I drink a whole bunch of tea and I get my water that way. And the last time I drove, wow, that is not how you conjugate. Last time I drank tea, I said I would tell you guys what I was drinking when I was drinking tea. So I even brought the tea pack with me this time. This is the Honey Bush Pumpkin Chai from Adagio Teas. I highly recommend them. They don't pay me any money, and there's not even like a get your friends to join and we'll give you samples. I'm just telling you that I really like this company. They're really affordable and they are good tea. This one is, it's honeybush tea with cinnamon, cardamom, ginger root, cocoa nibs, and natural pumpkin spice flavor and safflower. And I like it. It is as good as every single other tea they make. I've yet to find a bad tea from them. And that's including things that I hate usually. They've got a hazelnut, a hazelberry pu'er tea, and I still loved it despite the hazelnut in it. Yeah, this is from their autumn sampler. You can get like they've got these in like a 4-pack with there is like a pumpkin, another pumpkin spice, and an autumn mist green, and a what was the other one? Bonfire. I haven't had that one yet. Also, when we went grocery shopping yesterday, 2 days ago, whenever, it doesn't matter, they were out of the tea I usually drink, or the almond milk I usually drink. I'm lactose intolerant, so I usually get almond milk, and I usually get the original unsweetened, and I had the choice of either original sweetened or vanilla unsweetened or vanilla sweetened, but like, Jesus, why? Why? Oh my God, vanilla sweetened. It just, I don't know. Like, I guess it's cereal milk. I can't figure out another function for it. So I have original sweetened now. And so also another reason to drink a whole bunch of these creamier teas for me this week is to burn through that so I can get regular tea. So I can like regular, oh my God, regular almond milk. So I can use it in like mac and cheese and stuff. Because I don't want sweetened almond milk in that. Yeah, so we are at about our next time. This will be our next sprint of the day. I think I'm going to be changing the schedule next week. I think I'm actually going to be adding a Wednesday night sprint so I can get, see a different group of people. Not that I dislike you guys. That's not what that means at all. But like, it's, I feel like it's probably a good thing to grow a channel by having things at different time slots. But because of that, this one might be pushed back until 10 a.m. I think that's actually in everybody's best interest anyways. I'll still have my 8 a.m.s. But I think this Thursday is going to be pushed back to 10 a.m. because I'm not going to do 8 p.m. Wednesday to 8 and then do another one at 8 a.m. Thursday. I need to sleep. So just be aware that this schedule might be changing. I'll probably repeat this again tomorrow. And for now, let's go ahead and do this last 20 minutes sprint. I aim to be super productive this time because I haven't been for the rest of them, but I am awake and ready to go now. So good luck to you guys, and I will see you guys right at the hour. All right. That is time. That is the end of our sprints for today. Let's see. I did actually edit through that. I am now thinking that I am absolutely going to have to do another editing pass on this before I can publish it, but that is okay. Also, two little amusing things that popped up in the middle of it. This is my demons and angels story. So the demons all have like fun, exciting skin tones, except I get in this rut. I'm also writing aliens, and I have this same rut where for some reason my go-tos are always burgundy and plum for skin tones on non-human creatures. I have no idea why. But I realized I had a redundancy here with this character who literally was burgundy skin and plum hair. So I went to Wikipedia to look up shades of green. That's a normal thing that I do, just to like get right terms. A lot of times it ended up like the color that I wanted was hunter green, and I just forgot the name of it. So anyways, I go to the Wikipedia page, and so they just have a list of a bunch of different green colors and then a description of them, and then, a swatch for them so you know what they actually are. And green parentheses Pantone is a color on here, which Pantone, I don't know if you guys saw, but I really like the Pantone colors for this year. It's like a gold and a teal, and I was all about that. Anyways, so the description for this color is green parentheses Pantone is the color that is called green in Pantone. And I love that. I love that somebody wrote that sentence out. That I realized that it's supposed to be an encyclopedia. It's a Wikipedia, but it was still really funny. Also, I'm sure y'all have had this happen to you before as writers, but like I just realized, just reading this, I had this one random off comment that I realized was the answer to literally like life, the universe, and everything in this story. This is the end of a series that's going to have a spin-off series that's going to come back around to it. This is supposed to be like a great big thing that's going to end up being like 20 books total once like all of the series get put back together. But I just realized, again, this is demons and angels. I just realized where God has been this entire time, which was like a big issue through it among the angels, is that God has been missing for pretty much the entire span of humanity. And now I know where God is. So on that note, I am going to call it a day. Nikki was looking up videos on how to write a fight scene. Yeah, there's all kinds of advice out there. Hopefully you find one that works for you. I will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. And again, next week, I'm probably going to be changing the schedule and actually adding a sprint. So I'll be doing sprints every single day, Monday through Friday next week. But this one's going to have to be pushed back slightly for it. So you guys all have a great day. And good luck with your writing. And I'll be here tomorrow for you if you need me. And I'll probably have cats over my shoulder